All right, so this is not open source yet, so consider this an early announcement, but we're going to make Fabric and Fabric X EVM compatible. This is something I've been working on with a couple of colleagues. So Marcus already said something about how Fabric works. You have the execute order commit model. So you have an application that talks to a peer who executes the transaction, endorses it, you get it ordered, and then it gets committed. So we're going to add a couple of components here. There's a new one called the EVM endorser, and there is the Ethereum gateway. And this will give you the Ethereum JSON RPC API. And this component will handle the execution. So the EVM endorsers are going to execute the EVM transactions and then submit it to the orderer and do all the Fabric stuff. So what it means is, from the perspective of an operator, someone who runs the network, you'll have Fabric. You'll have the identities, you'll have the consensus model, the same execution, what many enterprises like. But on the other hand, for a developer or a user, it just looks like any other Ethereum-like network. So I'm just going to skip a bit through this. So what you see here is just a typical Fabric network, Fabric samples. You have a couple of peers, you have orderers, and we have a namespace. And what you can just do is use any kind of tooling that Ethereum already supports. So here we're deploying an ERC20 contract. And after that, you can actually interact with it like you would with any other Ethereum network as well. So there's a block here. And so what happens is, just like with Ethereum, we're storing the bytecode on the ledger. It's a read-write set from Fabric. You can see that it's endorsed by the organizations. And yeah, you can't read this, but this is the bytecode. And this is what it looks like on the Fabric side. But we can also just plug in an Ethereum block explorer now, because all the Ethereum tooling will be compatible, or many of it. And that means that we can now also use MetaMask or any other wallet. You would be able to use tooling like custodial solutions and execute your transactions that way. So that's what I wanted to share about this. I think this is going to help make Fabric more accessible. Also, it's going to help enterprises use smart contracts that they like. And I would love to learn from the Hyro people how you've embedded the EVM and your experiences with that and all the trade-offs there. And of course, with the Linux Foundation to see how we can open source this in the best way. So thanks.